It's interesting because it's women and then it's African American women. As part of the National Women's Business Council, we're an organization that provides advice and counsel to the president and to Congress and to the SBA. And so we've gone around the country looking at issues that affect women. And my focus in there, focusing on STEM, has been on African American women. And what you see is while the playing field is getting a lot more level, we have a long way to go.
Right, well, there's a big disparity when it comes to revenue, for example. So while we've seen these rates grow really high, right, and we just cited some of those, why is there such a big gap, do you think?
I think there are a number of reasons. One of our issues on the council that we face, that we really research, is looking at access to capital. And so for women in particular, it's harder for us to get loans, it's harder for us to start businesses and do that. And so if you're starting at a deficit, then your ability to grow exponentially decreases. That's one. And then, as you know, research also shows that we're often paid a little less for the same work. And so it's that cycle that adds to it.
We talk a lot about the growth and kind of getting rid of that disparity between women and men and people of color and those who are not people of color. But we can celebrate these milestones, but you're starting at a lower base, so a high growth rate in terms of leadership for people of color.
Absolutely.
It can tell a different story than what is actually the case. How do you think about really telegraphing the right information, celebrating progress, but also making sure that people know that there's still a lot of work to be done in the space?
Nora, I think that's an excellent question. One of the statistics when you talk about women in business and African American women is that our we have about 39% of the women-owned businesses as an example. But when you talk about the positive trajectory, we're actually growing at 89% daily over the past year. And so you look at the positive nature of that. Now, how do you deal with that? We need to make sure that once we get there, we have access to capital, we have mentors, we have resources, and all of those things available to help us take it to that next level.